What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ABNC show. My name is Zain Hashmi, and I'm joined, as always, by Josh Sharp. Josh, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. I'm just, slowly getting my sleep schedule in order, so I'm not as tired right now. So we're chilling.
That's not bad to hear. And returning to us once again is Alex Batts. Alex, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. I'm actually in the process of destroying my sleep schedule, so
Mm.
that's pretty fun.
We've been playing a lot of Siege for at super late at night.
Yeah, I mean it's worth it. I think I'm having a good time. So
Gotta get good, man. We gotta get good.
Yeah, straight up.
I mean, I've only played the games like twice, and I can't get into it. I'm gonna wait until I could take the time to focus on how to play the game, because it's so different than Call of Duty and different than Battlefield, different from all these other games, because it's just, I don't know, it's just very different.
I mean, we're playing after we're done recording. If you want to play, well, we're gonna be playing. So
Don't worry, I was terrible at first too.
I'll probably play
just
one
how it
game.
is.
I'll play one game maybe, but finals coming up. I'm not looking forward to those. I have an exam. I have an exam tomorrow, but it's not a final. But yeesh. Oh well.
gross.
Gross.
School.
Gross school.
Haven't heard that name in years.
I know. Look at Josh, a good adult running a business.
Yeah, and not sleeping. Someone.
Not sleeping. All right. Let's get right into it. Avengers Endgame is coming out this week, guys. Who's seeing it this weekend? I mean, is there
Shit.
is there
I'm
anyone?
seeing it Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got 3 tickets already because I need to see that.
Yeah,
times.
I'm seeing it Friday afternoon, and then I think I'm seeing it again Saturday night at 11,
Oof.
and then I'm seeing it again on Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be in that theater crying or whatever.
Yeah, I'm only seeing it once so far on Thursday, but I might see it. I'm gonna try to go sometime again over the weekend. But this movie is tracking for a very big opening. Where do you guys see it opening on the domestic side? Overall.
Oh, domestic?
Domestic.
Oh shit.
Josh, you hit this first.
The number has been thrown around that it might be 300 million.
Alex, you literally said for me to go, and I was gonna be like, "Yo, Alex, you should take it this way." Okay, so the first weekend that BVS came out, it opened to almost, if not 500 million worldwide, right? And I think
it was 422.
Okay, yeah, so almost.
I'm gonna pull up some previous openings, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, so basically that was almost 500 million worldwide, and I believe that at least 300 million of that came from or 260. No, it was 266 million domestic, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was 166 million.
Yeah, it was 166.
Wow.
Oh no, I think it was even lower.
No, it's 100. It was 166, and then it was 256 overseas.
Okay. So that was BVS. I'm gonna go on a limb and say they could be upwards to reaching the 400 mark. I could see that happening, especially since all these theaters
domestic
are. Yeah.
400
especially
million.
especially since all of these theaters are kind of making it easier for people to see. Since I think I saw AMC theaters are gonna be open for 24 hours a day or something like that
From Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, they're gonna be straight up open for 96 hours.
That's
theaters.
Yeah,
well, wasn't this the case for last year for Infinity War? Wasn't that the case?
No,
not like that.
Or Star Wars or anything like that. Well, I know Star Wars: The Force Awakens had a lot of theaters, especially in my dead ass town, had theaters running all freaking night long for from Thursday to all the way until the next week.
Yeah, you didn't really get that here.
Yeah.
Do you think that it beats The Force Awakens opening?
Yeah. I think it'll be the new record. I don't know by how much, to be honest.
I think it hits 350.
You guys are crazy, man. That's
easily, dude. I mean, I know that's domestic.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 million more than what Infinity War did, but with the extra show times and just the amount of hype around this, I can see it. As far as worldwide opening, I mean, I want to say 700 million. That's 60 million higher than Infinity War, and I feel like that might be being a little conservative on it, but I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I really would not be surprised to see this movie in the like 900 million like opening weekend. I know that sounds absolutely insane, but like, I don't know. I can see it happening.
What are the odds? What are the odds? Well, do you guys think of it actually breaking $1 billion opening weekend?
Oof, that'd be legendary.
Just
I think it's
that
in the
even-
realm of possibility.
I was wondering, is that even financially possible? Just based on how many showings there are.
Well, it's crushing in China alone right now. Like pre-sales are like crushing, and we know China is a very big factor in box office.
That's actually a good point because Infinity War didn't even open in China for its opening weekend.
Yeah, for its opening, right? Yeah, so like it's opening day and date every. I know lucky ass Hamid's seeing it tomorrow.
Yeah,
fucking bitch. But
damn.
I'm just throwing some salt. Shit, where was I going with this? Fucking.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that $1 billion is possible. I don't know. That would be insane to see.
I think regardless, it will break the record for biggest opening worldwide and domestic. I just don't see it hit. I wanted to hit that 300 million number, but
I think it's gonna crush that 300 million number.
There's a couple of things going on though, like Mortal Kombat 11's coming out, Game of Thrones, the Battle of Winterfell is coming. I don't know if you guys watch. I know Josh hasn't really caught up.
Dude, I'm still on season 4, man. I know.
I'm very much into Game of Thrones.
I know freaking.
The battle.
I know Arya freaking. I know Arya got some stiff dick last night or some shit like that. I don't know.
With Gendry.
Yeah, apparently people were like looking up her ages to make sure that it wasn't like illegal.
Yeah, I think HBO before the episode aired, I remember seeing a headline saying HBO reminds its audience that Arya is 18 now.
Damn.
They're right before what's coming next.
It was right before the episode aired. Yeah,
I was one of the people that looked it up because I was like, I don't know what's happening, but
they're like, y'all know what's coming next.
Y'all know, like the Battle of Winterfell. Literally, I think the NFL draft is coming up this weekend.
NFL draft's Thursday.
I don't know. I like those.
Giants.
Those are pretty big things, but I don't.
The Gotham series finale is coming on Friday, right? Friday.
Yeah. See, yeah. But I mean,
those are such like small things. Though.
I was about to say like
an hour.
But Game of Thrones though, the Game of Thrones
an hour though. But that
could hurt it.
I mean, it could hurt it some, but I like
it's not.
No, because remember the past 2 episodes of Game of Thrones have leaked early, so who's to say this also won't leak early? And that could.
Well, then it's still no matter what. It takes an hour to watch.
Well, how long is this episode supposed to be? I heard it's supposed to be longer.
Actually, it'll be close to an hour and a half. So just round up and say 2 hours.
Right.
But I mean, even if you're taking out 2 hours from that, like that's one showing.
I feel like I also feel like we're also forgetting that DVR is a thing.
I mean, but
HBO it goes on straight to HBO once the episode's done.
Yeah, and so I mean, I could do that, but like I'm not gonna fucking wait to watch this episode. Being a
for sure.
What did we do to deserve this? By the way, that we're getting Endgame and the Battle of Winterfell in one fucking weekend.
Dude, yeah, I'm seeing Endgame in the morning and then get to see the Battle of Winterfell at night, and I'm gonna die. So
somebody's gonna die.
All right, so
I feel so out of the loop since I'm not watching Game of Thrones, bro. It sucks.
Yeah, you need to get on that, man.
Yeah,
I told you before the season started.
By the time I actually get to that show, it's going to be over. Everyone's gonna be like, "Well, yeah."
That's why you should have gotten caught up before the season started.
Oh, dude, yeah, I was slacking hardcore.
Oh, but
I'm not even trying to deny it, dude. I was fucking up.
By the way, I was watching all the MCU movies, and last episode I mentioned that last Monday, or was it Tuesday? I don't remember. But I watched Civil War, and Josh, it's still great.
Dude, are you just gonna bring that up every single
I'm going to bring it up every single weekend or every single episode until.
I think you're a little outnumbered on this one.
I don't care, man.
This is why I like having Alex on, because him and I share a lot of the same opinion.
But
Civil War is never mind. Man.
Yeah, we'll burn that bridge when we get there. But what do we expect? The numbers don't matter. It's gonna make all the money in the world.
Okay, wait. I have one more number question though.
Go for it. Yeah.
Do you think, what do you think is the chance of it beating Avatar?
Slim, very slim.
Really, I actually think it's very high.
Because here's the thing,
Especially since, like, when you think back at like that whole thing, like there is no reason why Avatar should have made that much
but
money.
here's the
It
thing,
was also released multiple times.
yeah, Avatar was released multiple times. There was a ginormous like ticket inflation at the time. There was again multiple re-releases, and there was no competition for like a solid few months. 2 weeks after Endgame, we're getting Detective Pikachu, then Godzilla, then Aladdin, then Toy Story 4. And then so there's just too much competition coming. In the long run, I don't see it. I think if anything, it'll cross the $2 billion mark, but not by that much.
But the thing is, though, is like Marvel movies, especially the Avengers like films, they have really good legs at the box office.
They have good legs, but I mean, I'll get to that part in a moment. But they have good legs, but again, Detective Pikachu, you're talking about a whole different audience. You know, this Detective Pikachu, it could do okay here. It's gonna do gangbusters overseas.
Oh, yeah,
Detective
and like
Pikachu's gonna
Japan
break a
and shit.
billion.
I
Honestly,
think, yeah, it's gonna break $1 billion, and then like a week later, you got Godzilla, then you got Aladdin. Like, there's just so much competition coming.
I have not seen a single person who's excited about Aladdin.
I mean,
yeah,
you
I
know,
don't think
people,
Aladdin's gonna be that much competition.
but it will hurt it. It's gonna hurt it.
Some.
It will hurt it.
It's
Some.
also that's a completely different demographic, though.
True,
like-
but you have to admit, Detective Pikachu, out of the three films that I just mentioned, will do the most damage
Oh yeah, 100%.
because of the fan base
think
alone. Because the Pokemon
that's
fan
still
base is huge.
That's still a different like fan base, though. It's
Mhm.
it's. I mean, don't get me wrong; they definitely overlap, and there's plenty of people that will be going to see both. But I don't know. I mean, it'll definitely hurt it. I don't know if it'll hurt it enough to stop it from getting there. Like, I don't know that it will break Avatar's record. I want to see it happen.
I
and
want to see
think
it too,
that-
but I just don't think so.
I think one of the reasons that it might is just simply because of like I think the word of mouth for this is going to be insane, and then that coupled with the amount of times that people are going to want to rewatch it, I think is going to give it really strong legs. Like that's what because like I know at least in my case I'll probably see it like I'm seeing it 3 times already, and then I'll go and I'll see Detective Pikachu and I'll see like Godzilla, but I'll probably still want to go see Endgame again, maybe another time or two.
But here's the
I
thing.
already know they're gonna get about $100 out of me. So let's be real.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people could tolerate Infinity War. The only reason why, like, Infinity War made it to $2 billion because it was a shorter movie. Do you think a lot of people are going to show up again? Just the common audience are going to show up again for a 3-hour movie again?
Well, the thing is that Endgame is only
Maybe.
15 minutes longer than.
It's about 40 minutes, actually.
Wait, wait, no, I thought Infinity War was like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It's closer to 2.5. I think it's just a little under 2.5 hours. I think. Hang on, I'm pulling it up. 2 hours and 29 minutes.
Holy.
Oh yeah, it's an hour.
Wow.
It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So it's an extra 30 minutes, which I mean, it definitely will make a difference. I don't know. It's tough. It's insane. How
I
much
wanted
money-
to look. It's gonna make all the money, and I'm gonna be happy about it. I am dying to see this movie. I'm not trying to sound like someone who wants this movie to fail or anything. I'm dying with excitement to see this movie already. But I'm just trying to think realistically. I just don't see it beating Avatar. Like, think about where Infinity War was. Like, it made $2 billion, but it's $700 million away from Avatar. Like, that's still
Yeah.
There's so much money like left in between the two. I just don't see Endgame making that much money in the Endgame. In between.
I don't know.
I honestly think just based on the name alone, because people are literally not going to see the movie opening weekend. One, because tickets are sold out, or two, because they don't want to go with the big crowd. So you have to kind of factor those people in there, because I feel like if you pit Endgame against Detective Pikachu or Godzilla or whatever, probably at least 8 times out of 10, people are gonna pick Avengers because the Marvel name sells.
Right.
And I think Marvel's banking on that, which is why they didn't move the film. So they're just like, yeah, we already know. Our audience knows what to expect when they go walk into our movies. They know this is the culmination of 11 years of storytelling. They love these characters. They love these stories. They want to see how everything ends. So even though we have these two other films that are coming out that could be potential competition against our movie, we are confident enough that will be fine, and they're going to be fine. Like I don't think Detective Pikachu is going to harm Endgame that as much as you might think. I don't think. I mean, I don't. How much money did the first Godzilla make? Like, I don't think it made like buku's amount of money at the box office. Did it?
Good question. Let me
It
check.
didn't make that much, I don't think, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Godzilla, even though he was only in the movie for like solid. I don't know.
But this new one looks really good though.
it made more than I expect. It made 529
$29
million.
which is still a lot, and I think the sequel can make more.
Yeah, I think the sequel will definitely make more.
So
especially if it features more Godzilla,
like the trailers look very promising. Like there was I think on HBO there was a Godzilla clip, like the first, like not the first. It was just random 5 minutes. Looked awesome.
I watched that yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw that like 2 weeks ago when I saw Shazam in IMAX.
Oh, is that the same clip?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know
Dude,
that.
I'm
It
gonna
looks
sound
good.
crazy here. Godzilla's actually tied for like being my most hyped movie this year with Endgame and Star Wars. Like,
Damn, really,
Ooh.
dude, Star Wars really isn't that high on my most anticipated.
Yeah,
list.
I have Endgame, and then I have Endgame, then I have Lion King probably, then I have
Hey, man,
Spider-Man.
really, Lion King?
Yeah,
I mean, Lion King looks great, but like, we fucking seen the Lion King.
I mean, I don't know. Like, like then Spider-Man is probably below that, and then Joker is somewhere in there. I think
Joker's up there for me.
I think I'm more excited. I'm more curious for Joker than I am for Star Wars. Even though I think Star Wars is going to be awesome because that's a whole
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know. Watching watch the Last Jedi earlier today with a bad taste in my mouth.
Josh, we can't get into this.
we can't do this. We can't do this.
Oh,
But
oh man.
look, numbers aside. What are you guys expecting from this movie, story-wise? What do you like? Not story.
I honestly have next to no idea. I've been purposely avoiding like pretty much every detail and all the footage that I can. I've only seen the very first trailer and then the trailer that had footage from all the other like movies at the beginning. So like I know that time travel will be involved in some form.
Do we though?
Like I mean, I think that we do.
Yes.
I won't get into why I guess some of it came from not direct footage. But we kind of knew that a while back. So I think that'll happen. And like, I mean, we know that they're going to go after Thanos at some point, but like, I really don't. I've been purposely keeping my kind of blinders on. Like, I don't really want to know anything. I want to be completely surprised. I will say there's one moment that I really, really want to see. It's my like one wish for the movie. And I want to see this scene. It happens in the Infinity Gauntlet comic. But whenever Cap walks up to Thanos, whenever like everyone else is wrecked around him, and he's like, as long as one of us is still standing, like you haven't won. And Thanos just like brings his hand down and shatters the shield. I need to see that. I desperately need to see that. That and then Avengers Assemble, but I feel like that's a given. Like we're definitely gonna get that.
I don't know though.
Do you don't know if we're gonna get that?
I don't know if we're gonna. No, I think that we know people that are dead are probably coming back, and
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
It's a safe bet. It's not. I don't think it's a spoiler, but fuck it. There is gonna be this awesome shot of all 500 million something heroes. Just that one shot of all of them together.
There has to be.
There's gonna
I
there's gonna
don't
be.
think we're gonna get that. I honestly don't think we're gonna get.
Really?
I don't think we're gonna get like one large group shot. Like I don't think. I would love to see it. I mean, like
I think we are. I think we are
because I think they know that they have to.
They know they have to, and they know that's the moment everyone's gonna be talking about for ages to come.
Literally, Cap shouting "Avengers Assemble" and getting that shot.
But I still don't think Cap is gonna. I still don't think he's gonna say "Avengers Assemble" in that scene.
No.
If I don't know. I'm hoping it happens because I'd be screaming "fuck yeah" in the theater if he says that in that scene. But I don't know. But Josh, what are you expecting from Endgame?
I don't know. I mean, like,
we don't know a damn thing about this movie.
Yeah,
Publicly,
I mean, like, I read one like small spoiler, and I was just like, okay. But the thing is, I kind of figured that was gonna happen at some point in the film. I'm expecting death, honestly. For a lack of like actual explanation. I'm just expecting death. Like we know that this is most likely the final film for Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. and most likely even Chris Hemsworth, even though I think Tessa Thompson said that they pitched Thor 4. And like I'm not gonna get into my reasoning because like that could end up getting bad. So I'm not really gonna say much. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm really trying not to like have any kind of expectations because I had no expectations when it came to Infinity War, and like it's now like my second favorite comic book movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not really trying to like come up with like things in my head that like, oh, I want to see or I'm expecting to see, because if it ends up not happening, I'll be disappointed, and then that will end up hurting the movie and in my eyes, and I don't want that. So
Fair enough.
I don't know, man. All I'll say is I'm expecting the movie to be good, but I feel like it's not going to be anything short but great. Like this is an event, dude. Like this is like our like Super Bowl or some shit. Like this
100%.
is gonna be nuts, man. Like everyone's gonna be sitting in the theater, quiet as shit, fucking rooting for their favorite
I
heroes.
don't know if they're gonna be quiet because
They better be, man. I don't want no damn. Whenever I go to the theater, I just have just bad experiences because there's always just
Really?
like children and stuff, and I'm just like,
I remember what was it? I saw Civil War. I forgot, but like I had the most stupidest audience in the world, and like that was stupid, but
stupidest.
stupid. Like I don't want it's dumbest audience. I don't care. They were dumb, but you know every other experience like Infinity War, that for seeing that for the first time was an experience with that crowd cheering when Thor came into Wakanda. You know when Red Skull showed up. Like,
Oh yeah.
just like so many like small moments that like you see. This is why you go to opening night at the first showing, because you're there with like fandom pretty much. And
Oh, actually, you know what? You just reminded me of. Okay, so we know that there's going to be a post-credit scene for uh, Endgame.
yeah,
What are you hoping to see?
I think either it's one of two things, or maybe one of three things. Option number one, it's something that sets up Spider-Man Far From Home. Just because it's like they've said, we'll get into it in a bit, but Spider-Man Far From Home takes place minutes after Endgame, so there's probably going to be some correlation between the two. The second possibility is, I think this is probably the most likely. It could be a setup for the Eternals. I don't know where I'm just taking a guess, but from some of the comics that I've read, Thanos is an Eternal in the comics, if I'm not mistaken, or he is like connected to the Eternals. So I think maybe there will be that, or option number three, the one I want to happen, is just one giant table of all the Avengers eating shawarma. Just all.
I don't want another
five-
fucking shawarma.
I would honestly be legitimately fucking angry if we had a
What?
shawarma scene at
Yeah,
the end.
no,
It
like,
does not fit at all.
It does
Don't
not.
fucking end the Avengers movies with a shawarma scene, bro. After everything that we just went through
But
and
it's
someone
just
probably
the after
dying.
credits, man. The after credits are
No,
you know.
dude. I will literally leave the theater angry if that happens.
Like don't do that.
Oh, okay. But usually Marvel does like two after credit scenes. One is like something that sets up another movie, and then the other one is like a little comedy bit.
I don't think we're gonna get a comedy bit
At the
one,
end of Endgame.
because we didn't get one after freaking Infinity War. Motherfuckers was
true.
dying. And
But
then
yeah, but like
they all-
things will be. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard to tell what the mood of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be by the end of Endgame, because it just seems so weird. Like at least from like pre-Endgame eyes, like the Avengers Endgame. This is so dour and dark, and then like literally minutes after Endgame, Peter Parker is going on a school trip with his friends, like all happy and shit.
That's why I don't think that Far From Home takes place minutes after Endgame. I honestly think it's a prequel.
But I still don't get why they would go out of their way and say that it takes place minutes after Endgame.
I don't know.
That's exactly what Feige said.
Yeah,
Like,
it takes place minutes after Endgame, and that he said, like I've heard the term. I don't know who said it, but this is kind of like Spider-Man will navigate the audience into the new chapter of the MCU following Endgame. I don't know who said that, or it could have been a report. It could have been from Kevin Feige himself. I don't remember. I just remember seeing that somewhere.
Oh, see, I missed that part. Okay, never mind. Then I retract my statement. Then,
I don't
yeah,
know.
dude, I don't. All I know is that I have a very strong feeling that the final post-credit scene is not going to be played for laughs.
So what do you
I
think
don't-
it is? Yeah, what do you think it is though?
I have the things that I wish it were. Like, I wish it would be like setting up Galactus
I don't think so.
or introducing, or just like a fucking, I don't know, like go to fucking Latveria or some shit, and we see Doctor Doom sitting on the throne or some shit. I don't know.
Still don't think so.
But no. I know. I'm just saying, just wishful thinking.
Yeah, it's wishful thinking. Do you think it could be more of it could be like a setup for Far From Home?
I honestly could see it being a setup for the future Avengers, like big bad after Thanos. Because I mean, that's what they did after the first Avengers film. They set up Thanos. Mind you, we didn't see him again for a while, which means, just because they show the villain doesn't mean that they're gonna have to show up in the very next film. I think they
could be a setup for the Black Widow movie for all we know.
I think that movie shouldn't exist. So I really hope not. I'll just walk out of the theater. I'm like, Yeah, dude. Honestly, like, I'm just going to this movie with like a really super like open mind, man. Like, I'm not really trying to like put my mind into a box. But I don't know, dude. There's a lot of shit that I want to see.
Yeah, Alex, what do you think any of the post credit scenes could be? Because it's gonna be 2, right? Or is it? Have they come out and said?
Okay, I'm not some scoop or anything, but from what I heard, is literally there's 2.
There's 2.
Just like pretty much every Marvel movie.
So we know one of them's gonna probably be a comedy thing.
Dear God, no.
Shawarma.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't want either of them to be comedic, really, probably. I could see it being something to set up the Eternals. If I'm remembering correctly, I believe you're right. I don't know if Thanos is an Eternal. I don't think he is, but I'm pretty sure they have a
There's a connection between the two.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Titan. Like I can't remember exactly, but I
think Thanos is an Eternal. I remember because he has isn't his brother an Eternal too, or some shit?
They haven't really like, we know the movies changed things from the comics, yeah, but I feel like, the fact that they're doing an Eternals movie pretty close, like it's coming out, I believe, next year, I guess.
I don't think that he's an Eternal. I can't remember. He might be, but I'm pretty sure he's.
But we know he's connected closely to.
Time to go to the wonderful world of Google.
Yeah, he's a like deformed whatever he is though. Mm-hmm. That's why he looks the way. But yeah. So I mean, I could see it setting up the Eternals.
Thanos is an Eternal with the Deviant syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah. Those created Deviants, Eternals, and the X-Men mutant gene. Blah blah blah. All ours.
So that that's kind of where the MCU might be heading. Thanos. Could be something for the Eternals.
That's why I don't think Thanos is gonna die.
I would
not want him to. They might kill him, but there's a small
Josh
part
Brolin
of me.
Is too fucking good. Dude.
Yeah, like, but there's just a part of me that doesn't. After Infinity War, like, there's a part of me that like doesn't want him to die. Like he's like, I know the list isn't very long, but he's one of the like. I think he's the best MCU villain, easily.
Well, the thing is like, even in the comics, like he doesn't really die. I mean, he's died before, but he's come back as like a fucking zombie. Mm-hmm. He's like come back in various different forms. So I could definitely see them being like, all right, Thanos is just a little too good for us to kind of just throw away and kind of just like never use again.
Maybe
or
Thanos
they'll kill him and they'll bring him back somehow. Because I mean, this is a comic book universe, so anything's possible.
Or maybe he could be a very, like, if he still lives after this movie, what if he's going to be in the Eternals movie?
I could see a scenario where that happens. I mean, especially since the Eternals are like these celestial beings, these like fucking gods essentially. They're basically Marvel's new gods, or
they are Marvel's new gods. Jack Kirby literally like did them after he did the new gods because Marvel wouldn't let him do new gods at first.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also, so that's why DC has new gods, because he wanted to do it at Marvel, and they were just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, they said no, and that they left on like bad terms, and then he went to DC and did the new gods. Thanks, Jack Kirby.
Isn't it interesting how DC has a New Gods movie going on, and Marvel has Celestial movies in development, and they're both developed by the same guy around the same time, and now the movies are coming out around the same time?
I think that's pretty awesome, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, they're two of my most anticipated movies.
Let's see if New Gods even happens, though.
New Gods is definitely going to happen.
I mean, Ava seems really passionate about that.
But I'll believe it when I see it, because how many DC movies have been announced, but like none of them are happening?
Well, the thing is like just because a movie gets announced doesn't mean it needs to start filming that.
No, I
following
know,
week.
but like, no, I mean like I mean, I can't think of anything on the top of my head, but you know, we've heard.
Oof.
Oh, Zane, I'm sorry. You kind of backed yourself into a corner on
I
that.
know. Oh, the freaking Black Adam movie. You know, that thing's been in
That's
development.
moving
hell.
along. They're like almost finalizing the script right now.
Yeah, but how long was I mean, be honest. Like that, anyone could write that movie in like.
Greatness takes time, man.
Bro,
like,
yeah, straight up.
A Black
like-
Adam movie takes time.
bro.
Dude, have you read anything Black Adam?
I mean, I can't say I have, to be honest, but like.
But
Okay.
also you have to remember,
Black
like,
Adam's a fantastic character.
yeah, there's like rumors like that they're gonna introduce like the members of the fucking Justice Society, my dude. Like, bro,
Right,
like,
I'm hyped on that.
like, that's gonna take time, especially since I believe this is my own personal belief that after Black Adam, people are like, oh, where's the Black Adam sequel? No, we're getting a Justice Society film.
Oh,
Watch
yeah.
it happen.
Could have happened.
I'm pretty sure, but yeah. So I mean, I could see it being to go back around to the original point. I could see it being an Eternals setup. I'd be excited for that. I could honestly also see it being kind of setting the new status quo with the new Avengers, whatever that roster ends up being. Like I could see T'Challa being the.
Do you think maybe they'd be setting up the Illuminati? Like
That would be
the
cool.
comics Illuminati, not the actual
I
Illuminati.
don't
No,
know.
But
I don't know.
Iron Man's in the Illuminati,
Yeah, and I don't know if they would do that yet. Also because Iron Man is, and then also
and Reed Richards.
yeah, they don't have Reed Richards, and he's
But they-
very.
You could easily do
can't-
like the
there's not-
MCU version of the Illuminati.
No, but they have. But the thing is, they have Reed Richards now, though, and so they could just wait a little bit and actually do it with Reed Richards.
Fair. But here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
what are they gonna call it? They're not gonna actually call it the Illuminati.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. I could see it be setting up the new Avengers. Like I could see T'Challa being the leader of the new Avengers and talking with like maybe Doctor Strange,
Captain
and
Marvel, Ant-Man,
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
and like,
maybe.
my bias coming out Scarlet Witch and Vision.
You are
Wanda-
Scarlet Witch.
WandaVision.
Trash.
Bro, dude, I am no shame.
I kind of like them in the movies. I mean, in the comics, they're hit and miss for me, but like I really like them in the movies.
Yeah, I'm so excited for getting that show. But yeah, no, I could see it be setting up the new status quo with the new Avengers roster, kind of at the end.
But would you put that in the after credits or at the end of the movie?
After credits.
Yeah,
'Cause
because I
it'll
can see
get
it not
people
being a like super long like scene, just like them like in whatever boardroom. It'd probably be more laid back than that, but like you know that kind of like feeling. But like them doing that and like I don't know, like let's get to work or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not a fucking screenwriter. But yeah, so I don't know. I could see it being that. I don't want it to be a shawarma scene. Please, God, no.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm not.
one of them's gonna be a comedy thing, and if it's not the shawarma scene, I'm gonna walk out mad. I probably won't, but still.
Well, fingers crossed you walk out mad. I don't want that.
I mean, yeah, whatever. But I mean, anything's better than what's the worst post-credit scene they've done? I'm trying to remember. It might have been
Is it worst post-credit scene?
yeah, that they've done. I know there's like one really bad one that I just like. I was like, what the fuck was did I say? Oh, it was Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was just the ant playing the drums.
Oh,
Yeah, but the other one for Ant-Man and the Wasp was so good.
I
Oh, that was
I have a-
amazing. I love
I
that
have a
one.
confession to make. I've
You haven't seen it?
not seen it, and I have no aspirations.
It's on Netflix.
I haven't seen the movie either, but I've seen that post-credit scene. So
Yeah, so have I. I've heard that movie's just bad. Like,
It's-
like someone was just.
I
Someone
had
was like,
fun
all
with
right,
it.
yeah, like, I really enjoyed watching it, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it again for my MCU rewatch, and they were just like, yeah, so yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp was a bad movie. He was like, I don't know what I was thinking when I saw the movie the first time around. I was just like, well,
I'm watching it tomorrow. I'm watching Black Panther sometime tonight. I don't know when. Ant-Man and the Wasp tomorrow. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely, not Infinity War level. And, it's I had fun with it, but yeah,
I'll
that's
watch it for Evangeline Lilly.
I'm sorry.
Said I'll watch it for Evangeline Lilly.
Oh yeah, she was great in that movie. And she was great in Lost.
how long have we been talking about this?
34 minutes.
Jesus. Okay, let's
All
move
right,
on.
let's move on. Endgame is almost here. 3 more days, guys. 3 more days. And I think people are watching it right now at the premiere. Lucky bastards.
Fucking
Oh
yep.
yeah, that's
Fucking
true.
Hamids.
Damn.
A whole room filled with Hamids are watching it right now.
Hopefully they're not as toxic.
I feel so. Damn it. Oh well. Come next episode, we will have seen Avengers Endgame, and I'm excited as fuck.
Oh yeah. Our next episode will be a Avengers Endgame review. Like literally,
Yeah.
like just. Oh,
That's
man.
the only thing we're gonna be talking about. All the other any other news story dropping.
Be
Sorry.
damned.
What
Sorry.
news stories?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's the spirit.
That's
yeah,
the
what
spirit.
hell?
We're hoping Alex will be on next week to join us, and we're probably gonna get maybe one or two more people. But we're still figuring it out. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be one awesome episode. But going into the next topic, Dark Phoenix trailer.
Okay, I'm actually I feel like I'm gonna be the opposite of you two for this one. I want to let y'all go first though, because
I thought it was
Actually,
fine.
no. I think my opinion on the film might surprise.
I think it looks okay. I'm gonna see it just because look, the X-Men franchise I've been with, it's been here since I was a kid. You know, I had X-Men 1, X-Men 2 on VHS. I broke the VHS of X-Men 2 because I watched it so many times. Like I wore out the tape of it.
That's what I did with the Mummy.
Yeah, which one? Oh, wait,
With
never mind.
Brendan Fraser. Hell yeah.
But
I love those movies, man.
I think I like the first one.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe I'm
Mummy
thinking
Returns
of-
is a solid film, too.
I'm trying to remember which bad Mummy movie there was, but that's not the point. So I'm gonna see it. I just don't feel compelled or excited. I just see it. I'm like, okay, that looks fine, I guess. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. I guess I'll let you two take the floor. I think it's gonna be okay, even though we've heard not so great things about it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, like,
you got
like, despite like all of like the reshoots and stuff like that, the trailers, or at least the past two trailers, have been really good. And I'm really surprised in saying that because when we first started hearing about like this movie and we started seeing footage or images, we're like, oh man, this movie's gonna be cheeks. Like it's gonna be like super bad. Like it's just not gonna be. It's just gonna flop. And like I don't know, like I'm slowly getting not excited for it, but just like interested, I guess.
Mhm.
Which is, I
Yeah,
guess,
that's
is the
kind of
only-
how I feel too.
which is I guess about as best as they can do right now, especially since we just found out that New Mutants got taken off the schedule or off the release schedule for
Was that
for
confirmed?
Fox.
I remember seeing that, but was that ever confirmed?
I mean, I don't think it's been confirmed, but they rarely confirm that kind of stuff. You know,
But then again, I still don't think that movie's ever getting made.
I'm
I mean, it's made.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like you know, it's not gonna see the light of day on the screen.
that'd be a shame, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll release in theaters. Which
I
sucks.
meant like the big screen.
yeah. I think it'll go onto like Hulu probably.
Same, yeah.
I'm praying.
But yeah, like I mentioned before we started, I was just like, oh, because like there's a moment in the trailer where Jean's in space and she's like, it looks like she's trying to put the spaceship back together, and like if she's in space with like no kind of like suit on, it looks like she's just like trying to breathe in space. I'm like, is that like a thing she can do? Mind you, this is like pre like Phoenix, like power Jean.
Like,
she's
this
just,
is the
like, chilling in
moment
space.
like we see.
Yeah,
her
yeah,
getting
it's
her
the moment
powers.
when she absorbs all that energy. This isn't. Oh, I just dropped my phone. This it's like before she absorbs all that Phoenix energy. Uh, it'll be fine, I guess.
Yeah,
I think we're just gonna. I feel like part of it's gonna be a rehash of X3, where we just have X-Men just dying all over the place, like that one scene where,
Xavier dies.
Cyclops is in the forest and he's like, Jean! Like I'm like, I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, it was with Wolverine, but
yeah.
you know, I'm very interested to see how Marvel is going to tackle the X-Men after this movie is over, because you know Marvel now owns the rights to X-Men. They own those rights. They're actually going to be the ones distributing this movie,
Which is kind of awkward.
yeah, which is super awkward because like people are like, okay, so there's a. Of course, they're not going to put like the MCU like stamp on it because this is not an MCU film.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see how Marvel goes about introducing the X-Men and incorporating them into the universe when like they're already distributing a X-Men film. I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be weird.
interesting.
It's gonna be a very awkward press tour as well.
Yeah, especially when the entire cast gets recast.
Yeah.
I love how some of the people in that cast think they're not gonna get recast. But,
I
like,
forgot who was the one
totally
that's.
are.
I forgot which cast member put the tweet out. That
I'm
said,
not.
"Yo-"
I'm not gonna name any names.
No,
but
yeah, exactly. Because I don't know. I forgot who it was, but he's like, y'all think.
I mean, I know
Disney...
who it is. I'm just not gonna say.
I actually just forgot who it was completely. I just y'all think the Disney merger means we're getting recasted, and like everybody in the comment section's like, "You're getting."
Who wants to tell them?
Who wants to tell them?
Yeah,
But,
I mean, yeah, I'll see. When does it come out? Like May, right?
June, pretty early
June?
Yeah.
Early June. Yeah, I'll see it.
I'm probably not gonna go opening night or anything. I'll probably see it when I can, pretty much.
I'll go opening weekend.
Like,
But-
yeah. I mean,
I'm not expecting them to be mind blown because I did not like X-Men Apocalypse, which
Yeah.
was really a shame because I love Oscar Isaac and I just
Mhm.
don't like what they did with the character.
and yeah. I mean, X-Men Apocalypse did leave a bad taste in my mouth. It was cheeks, but
I've legit only seen that movie once.
same.
That's it. I have no aspiration to see it.
I've seen Suicide Squad twice, and only X-Men Apocalypse once. That should say something.
What do you think is better, Apocalypse or Suicide Squad?
Apocalypse.
Fuck off.
I
Oh
think.
my god.
No, they're both pretty. No. Look, to be honest, they're both pretty bad. But like, they're both bad.
There's fun to be had with Suicide Squad. The characters, man.
Look, there's
the
fun to-
characters
there's
are
still
that
fun to
movie's
be had.
redeeming quality.
There's fun to be had in Apocalypse. I thought some of it was fun.
Where?
I thought some of it was fine.
You've
but,
only
like,
seen it once, so how do you know?
I'm trying to remember. I've only seen it once of these. I'm just trying to remember, but that doesn't matter. Alex, what do you think about Dark Phoenix? The trailer.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for this one. Honestly, like, I've been on this movie's side for most of the production. Like, everyone's been saying that this is gonna be like the fucking worst movie ever, and I think like it's just gonna be completely terrible. And like, I don't think that's at all gonna be the case.
I don't want it to be the case.
Like, I mean, like Josh, I'm not expecting to be like blown away by it really, but I think that I'm gonna enjoy it a pretty fair amount. As for like part of it being like a rehash of some of the things that we saw in X3, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a given. Like, they're adapting the same storyline, so there's gonna be
But it wasn't done well in that movie, though.
Yeah, I mean,
which I think is a bad excuse for like why you don't want to see it here because it wasn't done well in the last one. Like, then
Okay. Well, the thing is like from that first trailer, or the first two trailers, it looks like it's going to do a lot of the same stuff like that film did, where it's just going to start killing a bunch of X-Men like all just willy nilly, and
like one of them
fucking-
dies in Jean's old neighborhood.
Yeah, and then fucking Jean goes off with some other super powered being, and so they're gonna help them and teach them how to harness their power and become their true selves. Like I've seen that shit before.
it's because it's what happens in the comic. That's why.
Wait,
I mean-
wait, okay. So who like takes her under their wing in the comic?
It's the chick that what's her face is playing.
Jessica
Chastain.
Chastain.
Well, they haven't
Yeah,
even
okay.
said her name in the.
Who is that?
Yeah, they don't. They
I
haven't even
forget
said
their name, but it's like she works for a corporation. They're like
a
it's
corporation.
the Hellfire Club.
Isn't she like in league with like Mr. Sinister or some shit?
He has association with the Hellfire Club, if I'm
That's-
remembering correctly.
Fucking
X-Men
here.
shit is so complicated.
You know what? It's not really technically off topic, but first X-Men film that we get for the MCU, give me Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, I
Damn
think
it.
he's way overdue to make. I think stay away from Magneto just for a little bit. Bring in Mr. Sinister ASAP.
Boom.
I will say I'm super bitter that we will never get a Fassbender Magneto solo
Dude,
movie.
yeah. I mean, look, as much as like I think.
Was that ever gonna be a thing?
It should have been a fucking thing.
Well,
I don't care if it wasn't.
wait, what'd you say again? The
No, I was asking if whether or not a Michael Fassbender Magneto film was ever like in the cards.
No, it was what ended up happening is that they were after Origins Wolverine, they were planning on doing an Origins Magneto movie, and what that ended up becoming was X-Men First Class.
Oh yeah.
That's
You're
what
right.
that's what ended
Yeah,
up
I'm
happening.
glad we got First Class because that's a great film.
Yeah, but
I
look,
love them.
even as much as I did not like X-Men Apocalypse, the one thing that's always great in those movies is James McAvoy's Professor X and Michael Fassbender's Magneto. So even if they're in a bad film, they pull through. Like that's the one thing I'm probably looking forward to in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, they crush it every time they're on the roll. They're definitely going to be one of the biggest losses, like with the X-Men moving to Marvel.
Yeah, that's the
Or to
one thing I'm
Disney,
pretty
I
sad
guess.
about. Yeah, that's one thing I'm pretty sad about.
But yeah, I know. I'm excited for it. I think the trailers look good. I'm gonna be sad to see these movies like kind of go like this. This is the last one, which is kind of crazy. I don't hate Apocalypse. I think it's
What?
good. I'll say good hesitantly. It's not great,
Huh.
but I think it has its moments.
Hot take.
I know. I'm full of them. But Psylocke is severely underused.
Psylocke was the worst.
Oh, dude, get out! She was so underused. That's why. I mean, she's a fantastic character, and Olivia Munn is perfect in the role. And it's a damn shame that she didn't have great material to work with. But anyway, that's my biggest complaint with Apocalypse. But yeah, so I mean, I like that.
That's your biggest complaint of Apocalypse, not Apocalypse himself?
Yeah, I like Psylocke more than I do Apocalypse, so I have the bias there.
Oof.
Dude, I can't believe this Psylocke slander right now.
No, look, I like Psylocke in the comics, but in the movie, like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's why it's my biggest complaint. But no, but yeah. So I mean, that movie didn't really leave like a terribly bad taste in my mouth for the X-Men films, and so I'm optimistic for this one. Hey, at the very least, we get Hans Zimmer's score. So
I forgot he was doing. But you know what? Hang on, manage your expectations. He did the score for the Amazing Spider-Man 2,
which I love.
I hate. It's his worst.
Wait, he did the score for Amazing Spider-Man 2?
He did.
I did not know that. Huh.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I like that movie, man.
That I think is
fantastic.
What? Yeah, dude, another hot take. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man.
This is just the episode of hot takes, isn't it?
Also the best Spidey costume we've ever gotten on live action.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree with that one too. Oh, the Far From Home one might take that cake for me now.
The Far From Home one looks pretty good, but
I don't like the
costume. I can give you costume. But everything else about that movie is horseshit.
You were my friend. I do not like Goblin though. That's bad.
Goblin was terrible. Electro was terrible. Rhino was worse.
Don't you know?
I'm
Electro.
Yeah. No, I love that movie. I'll defend that movie. I'll die on that hill.
I'll fight you about it.
I actually really like the first one too. Like
the first one I really like. Yeah, I like the first one.
Like, yeah.
Leave
it to Alex to bring the hot takes, bro.
This is just the episode full of hot takes.
I got a Star Wars one if you want to hear it, but it'll light some stuff on fire, so I don't know.
We got to do that whenever Sean's on, but
no, just drop it right now as like a teaser.
Drop it right now, yeah.
Okay, I don't like Harrison Ford as Han Solo. I think Alden's better, and I don't really like Han Solo as a character much in the original trilogy at all.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Alex. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Dark Phoenix. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see them get integrated into the Marvel universe. So I don't know. Just give me I know he's not X-Men, but give me a Doctor Doom movie and I'll be happy.
I'm really mad that we're not getting that Doctor.
We might still.
We better.
Yeah, didn't Noah Hawley said he met with
Yeah, Kevin Feige talked with him, and he asked him if he was still working on the script, and Hawley was like, "Should I be?" And Kevin Feige just kind of like smiled at him and didn't say anything more.
That awkward Kevin Feige smile that he does.
That meme, the infamous meme.
I don't know.
Hey, there's a possible way you can put that picture up when I say that. That'd be golden.
Yeah.
That awkward.
Yeah, I'll try to. But we got to move on. We got very little time. Next topic. What is the next topic? Oh yeah. So John Cena might be up for a role in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Filming is set to begin sometime later this year, I believe. So James Gunn wrangling up a cast for The Suicide Squad. It's not surprising. We'll probably be getting more casting announcements, but James Gunn got Dave Bautista for Drax. He's now getting John Cena for a role. So I guess it's safe to say that James Gunn likes wrestlers.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. He watches some WWE, I bet.
Now we get the fucking under.
And we already got The Rock in Black Adam.
Undertaker for Darkseid.
But what do you guys think, John Cena and James Gunn Suicide Squad?
Like who he's playing?
Just in general, like who you think he's playing. Like, are you excited about that he could be joining?
I'm super excited, dude. Like I've been watching a lot of wrestling recently, friends, because they're like huge wrestling fans and they're trying to get into it, and I've been watching it with them. Not like I'll like regularly, but I've been watching it a pretty decent amount, and I love John Cena. John Cena, he seems like one of the nicest people. And like I'm super excited to see him kind of join the DCEU. He was actually one of he was like a fan favorite to play Shazam, where Zachary Levi got cast.
Mm-hmm.
And as for who he could be playing, I have absolutely no idea. Like I would say like King Shark, just for the lulz, and like the potential meme like status behind that.
I don't think he's playing anybody because you can't see John Cena.
Oh god, I see. Like I knew like one of us was gonna say it, but I was just like, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna say it because it has to be said.
What? Yeah, no, I have no idea who he could play. Absolutely no idea. I saw like a rumor saying that maybe playing Ratcatcher.
I heard Ratcatcher, and then I heard Peacekeeper.
I would not be opposed to Polka Dot Man.
John Cena's Polka Dot Man, though.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck, please.
Is Polka Dot Man gonna be in this movie?
Based on the reports, yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yep, freaking Polka Dot. See, that makes me mad.
If anyone's gonna do it, if anyone's gonna bring Polka Dot Man, it should be and will be James Gunn.
Yeah, but the thing is like, how are you gonna have Polka Dot Man and not have Condiment? Like, that's an insult to me personally. I love the Condiment King, but whatever.
Alex, any thoughts on John Cena and who he could play? Are you excited about John Cena joining the cast?
I honestly really couldn't care less about this movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, not gonna lie, James Gunn's involvement kind of killed a lot of the hype for me. I don't like him as a filmmaker in general, personal like things aside. And so yeah, I'm not very like excited.
So you don't like any of the Guardians movies or Slither or?
I like the first Guardians movie, but he didn't write the first Guardians movie.
He co-wrote it. He wrote a majority of it.
No, he didn't. He took I can't remember her name, but he took over the script from someone who had it basically finished, and he made some changes to it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he didn't write most of that movie. He wrote the second one though, which is the one MCU movie that I cannot finish. I literally turn it off every time. I can't do it. The writing is so bad.
I feel like that's a movie that the more I watch it, the better and better it gets. Like I just rewatched it a couple of days ago. I feel like it just gets better. Like at first I thought it was okay, but now like I'm like, I really like this movie.
I'll admit that he has he's got a good eye. Like he's a visually appealing director, but story-wise I don't. No.
Not really a fan.
Yeah, and then as for John Cena, like himself, I mean, John Cena, from everything that I know, is a really great guy. I actually did watch wrestling for a pretty big chunk of my childhood and stuff, and was a big fan. But ironically, I actually never liked Cena, like as a character, I guess.
You mean to tell me you didn't like Thugonomics?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Damn.
But I don't know. I just didn't like him. But that's not his as an actual person. He's a really great guy from everything that I've seen. As for who could be playing, I don't know. I have no idea really. But I will say the one thing, and this is true for Batista also, since I was such a big wrestling fan for so long, it's so hard for me to like see them in roles and not just think about like Batista powerbombing people and like John Cena putting people into headlocks. Like I can't. It's impossible for me to yeah, I just can't separate those images. And so like no matter what, whenever I see him, I'm not like, oh, that'll be whoever he's playing. I'm like, oh, that's John Cena. Like so that's just kind of for me. But I don't know. It's interesting, I guess, that he'll possibly be in it, or probably, I guess. But yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like it'll be interesting. Like if John Cena really is in this, and he does not hit somebody with fucking attitude adjustment, gonna be a little salty. But
I mean, John
No,
Cena
you know
seems
what?
to be like the new leading man in Hollywood now. Like after Bumblebee, Blockers, like, he just
You know
seems.
what?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's an outlier leading man. I mean, like,
I mean, like he's becoming out there in Hollywood.
I'll tell you what though, Blockers is a hilarious movie.
It's great. I love Blockers.
God, that movie is so fun.
It's
Before
really
we
good.
get too far, you know what I'm salty about, Josh? What you said actually made me remember the fact that his finisher is now called the attitude adjustment, because it was the FU before they went into all this.
Wasn't it
PG
always called the
bullshit.
Attitude Adjustment?
No, it
Mm,
was not. It
Oh,
was the
okay.
FU for
Hmm.
years. That's what it was first, and then they started doing the PG era stuff. And they were like, we can't do that. So they were like, it's the attitude adjustment. But I know, I remember.
That's the F.
But
I've always known it as the attitude adjustment, so I didn't know. Okay, Alex, just dropping knowledge and hot takes on the show today.
yeah, fun facts.
All right.
But yeah, they're filming later on this year or something.
You know,
And
we see some
yeah.
late this year in London. That's the rumor. That's the word on the street.
mhm.
And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that. Next topic: Spider-Man: Far From Home has moved release dates, and also it will end Phase 3. So basically, the original release date of Spider-Man: Far From Home was Friday, July 5th, but is now coming on Tuesday, July 2nd. I mean, that's just okay. That's fine with me because it's in the summer. We can see it, whatever. But I mean, the other part, which I don't get why people are furious about, is the fact that this is the movie that's going to end Phase 3 and not Avengers Endgame. Thoughts?
Alex, you want to take this one?
yeah, I'm actually pretty salty that it's the one that's ending Phase 3 instead of Endgame.
But Ant-Man ended Phase 2.
Yeah, but they also
And
didn't.
the name of the phases are like just an anonymous thing. Like they're just a random placeholder.
Yeah, but they didn't build up any movie to be like, oh, this is the ending of everything. Like this is literally supposed to be the end game of 22 films in 11 years. But then they're like, oh, but actually, Spider-Man's the last one in this phase. Sorry.
But
Like,
to be fair, if there is just a little bit of correlation between Endgame and Far From Home, if
make
anything,
it start Phase 4.
like this
It's
could be
you-
the like 2.5 hour long epilogue to Endgame, essentially.
Just make it the prologue to Phase 4. If what you said was earlier was true, like with them, they're saying that it's gonna navigate into the new Marvel universe. Like that, how is that not a perfect like chapter 1 as opposed to a final chapter?
I mean,
Like,
at the end of the day, in terms of phases, it doesn't matter. The movie is the movie.
I mean, yeah, I know it doesn't matter like that much, but it's just, I think it's annoying. Like they're, I mean, because I know Endgame still, no matter what, is the ending and the culmination of the 22 films in the 11 years and stuff. But it just bothers me from a like, I don't know. It's just annoying to me the fact that technically Far From Home will be the end of Phase 3. But I know it's not that big of a deal. It's just it bugged me when I saw that.
How do you feel about the release date change?
I don't remember what it was at before.
It was on July 5th. It was on a Friday, July 5th, and now it's going to be on a Tuesday, July 2nd.
Wait, that's what's
Interesting.
weird because movies don't release on Tuesdays unless it's
Yeah.
like a January high like low budget horror film release.
But also,
Yeah.
but it's 4th of July weekend. And number 2, blockbusters could open on a Tuesday. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 opened on a Tuesday. Way back. Like I was looking at movies that
top
came
two.
up on a Tuesday and I was like, "Oh, well, Amazing Spider-Man, that opened on a Tuesday."
That's really interesting. I don't know. I get why they're doing it from, I guess, a business standpoint, from wanting to take more advantage of the holiday week/weekend.
Right.
But
Because
Yeah, I
the
don't
4th
know.
of July weekend is not necessarily a good weekend for like box office. Like it's proven, like that's been proven in the past. Like
Yeah.
especially Thursday night previews. Like if this movie was on July 5th, not a lot of people would show up for the Thursday night previews because everybody's out celebrating like with family or going to fireworks shows or whatever. Like I don't know. Like I feel like it was a smart decision from Sony of all people to
yeah,
move this movie into a more successful spot.
yeah. I think it's interesting.
Sony said more
is there
money.
some-
What?
Is there something already coming out on that Friday before, like that Thursday/Friday before?
Like
Oh yeah, it's Godzilla, right? 'Cause
no, Godzilla's in
Godzilla's-
May.
It's May. Oh yeah, sorry,
Let me
that's
look
a
up.
different month.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna keep looking up.
Yeah, I don't know. If there's nothing else on that Friday before, I feel like they should have just moved it completely back to the like weekend before. But I don't know. I'm not a fucking box office and business analyst, so I'm sure they uh had good reason to.
Josh, what do
It's
you
pretty
think?
cool. I mean, we'll get to see it earlier, so that's cool.
Yeah,
But
Josh, any thoughts about Spider-Man: Far From Home ending Phase 3 and the release date?
The reason why I had Alex go first is because him and I share the exact same like opinion on it. I think it's just really weird to have to market Endgame as the culmination of 22 years of character building and storytelling and have it be like this one big epic finale, and then oh yeah, Spider-Man is actually going to be the one that closes out this entire arc.
Mhm.
Like, no, no, I don't like that. Like, no.
I mean, fair enough.
And then when it comes to the release date, I'm again like it's just weird. I mean, I get why it's coming out on a Tuesday. They want to take advantage of our wallets and shit. But I mean, I'm not really thinking much of it. I'm still gonna go see it. It's got my boy Mysterio in it, so
And I liked
I'm
I
down.
loved Homecoming. I don't know if that. Oh no! Don't tell me I just started a hot take in here.
No, Homecoming's okay.
yeah, I'll agree with that.
I'll take it.
Alright.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Just no more hot takes, please.
It has one of my favorite Spider-Man moments actually on film. So
Oh, the Come On Spider-Man when he was under the rubble. I love
Yeah.
that.
Wait, which
That's
one?
a perfect-
Oh yeah, dude! I love that moment.
it's
Easily
a
the
perfect
best.
and it also calls back to the Ditko panel.
Yes,
It's perfect.
The
Spider-Man
cover.
moment.
Yeah,
I feel like that moment in that movie alone captures what
Spider-Man
who
is.
Spider-Man is just as a character, as a
exactly.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hands
yeah, it's
down.
perfect.
But to go back, what you said, what was opening before? The weekend before Far From Home is Annabelle Comes Home, the third Annabelle film.
Okay, come on.
But
They
that
still
no, those
making
animal,
those?
Annabelle. Did I just say Annabelle?
Animal?
Annabelle films do serious business. I believe The
Yeah,
Nun
but
made like
the-
$60 million.
Yeah, but the audience comparative, that's a completely different demographic.
But
The
also-
same people do.
But also the week before that is Toy Story 4.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
So yeah, as if Annabelle wasn't it, then Toy Story 4.
Yeah, all right, I understand.
All right.
That's fair.
What do we got here? Is there so Spider-Man: Far From Home ending Phase 3? I don't care. That just means
Pretty much.
that just means more movies in the box set that they'll inevitably release.
I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, same. That I hope they do like just a massive one for all 22 films, not just for the Phase 3 ones, just all 22 movies, like just dubbed the Infinity Saga and all that. Like that shit's awesome. That shit would be awesome.
They have to.
You know,
definitely
my wallet's burning right now. But yeah, fuck it. I want it. Last topic coming up. Is Swamp Thing in trouble? That's all I had in the show notes. But basically, we heard we heard last week that Swamp Thing, which was originally which is coming to the DC Universe streaming service, was originally going to be 13 episodes, and now is going to be 10 episodes. Like apparently there was some budgetary concerns. Then there was some rumors about some not so great things about DC Universe behind the scenes and all that, and how this is kind of like this is being like the I don't know what the term would be, but this is the trigger point for the DC Universe and like what's gonna happen going forward exactly. So it just sounds like a lot of drama behind the scenes about like budgetary concerns. Like apparently this show alone like costed like 8 times more than Titans. I don't know how accurate that is.
Jesus.
Yeah, I read that as well. The numbers that I saw were that for filming on Swamp Thing, so nothing involving post production yet. Their budget's
marketing.
been at like 85 million,
And Titans was
and-
like 10, right?
Titans was 20.
20.
So, but I mean, even still, that's
Quite a big
ridiculous. Yeah, that's a lot more. So yeah,
Like do you think like this could be like some trouble for the DC Universe streaming service or
I think the streaming service on the whole is probably okay. Apparently, which I hadn't realized this, but I was reading reports like after this news happened. Apparently, their subscriber count and things like that are actually exceeding expectations, which I have to say I'm really surprised about.
Yeah, I'm really shocked about that.
They have honestly a lot of things going against them, I think, with this app right now. It's not on a lot of different smart TVs, mine included. Yes, I'm very bitter about it. It's
Is it on
just-
Is it on PS4s or anything like that?
Nope.
It just got on Xbox One. Like that just happened. Like almost 7 months after launch, which is inexcusable. Still not on PS4.
I'm just gonna flat out say it, they rushed the streaming service.
I
Yeah,
would agree with that. I think
yeah.
they rushed it to because they want to get Titans out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also so there's that. It's only available in North America, maybe Canada. I'm not sure on that one. But
I think it's North America.
Yeah. Canada's in North America. But
yeah, I was just about to say, wait a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's only available in North America. That's another huge loss. Their comic selection up until 2 weeks ago was not even close to competitive with other services of the same magnitude. They just added a pretty large selection of comics on there a couple weeks ago, which is nice, but it's still not even. It doesn't touch Marvel Unlimited, which I know DC Universe includes a lot more other multimedia things that Marvel Unlimited doesn't, but it's just kind of one of the trade-offs. But yeah, I don't know. I think the streaming service is probably okay. I wouldn't be surprised to see it folded into the Warner
I think
Media.
that's the expectation that's going to be folded into it.
The thing with that though is that there's so many things that they have to figure out. Like one of the big ones for a technical thing is that like they have a native comic viewer built into the DC Universe app, and so like
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you then build that into the foundation of the Warner Media app as well? Do you have it launched?
I think you could do like a bundle type thing or something.
No, I know, but I mean from a literal like programming standpoint. Like how do you make it to where that comic viewer is integrated into the Warner Media app by default? That way it's there if people do subscribe to it. Because that's a lot of undertaking that they have to then put into the like Warner Media app. And then also like if it's not directly integrated, like does it launch as an app separately? And then also, yeah, if you go to bundle it, like what does that do to the price? Are you still able to get just DC Universe by itself if you want that? If it's bundled together, like what do you do with that price point? Because you still have to be competitive with the other streaming services. If you just have DC Universe and you don't have the Warner thing, do those exclusives premiere on the DC Universe thing first, or are they available for the entire thing? Like those are just things off the top of my head, and I'm not even like in the business, and so I'm sure there's a million other things they would have to think about. I want it to be folded into that because I'm going to probably be paying for the Warner Media streaming service anyway, so it'd be nice to get like a bundle thing.
I'm just kidding. How much is DC Universe right now?
It's $7.99 a month.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like I heard the biggest hump that they have to get over is the comic reader.
Yeah, because that's a really big like that.
I feel like they will do like a Marvel thing where they'll do like launch DC Unlimited, you know?
I think that if they were going to do that, like that's what this was supposed to be. Like this was supposed to be that, but then also with other media like movies and TV and things. And so they did that, and like in doing that, they managed to program and make a comic viewer that works like on your TV and the other like phones and tablets and stuff. Which that part's not very revolutionary, but the fact that they did that to be able to have to implement that into another streaming service that's probably, I would imagine, already pretty far into its like development. I don't know. That'll be interesting. As for like Swamp Thing itself and whether or not that's in trouble, I'm really angry that they actually
that's the one show I was like really excited for.
And especially now after we got that first look last week,
which looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks perfect. Like the swamp looks so good. They built a swamp on a soundstage and it looks incredible. They've been releasing more like pictures for promo and stuff.
I thought they filmed on location because they actually film here. They film in Wilmington.
Really?
Yeah, they film in Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah,
they probably filmed some of it on location then. Yeah, but I know that they actually built like a full ass swamp in a soundstage.
Yeah, but they probably that you do like locations like scouting, and then like for some shots you do like in the set.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm really angry that they didn't just bite the bullet on this one. and just do it. It I think is one that definitely would have been worth it, and it's also just a storytelling nightmare. They're now cramming what was going to be 3 episodes worth of story. They have to do it in one, like because they've already filmed the first 9 episodes.
I'm nervous about how the ending's gonna land on this one. Like it just seems, it's just,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be botched.
Like,
and it's not gonna be like the writer's fault or anything.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks the most too. Like,
Mhm.
because I know there's been a lot of people that were working on it that were vocally very not happy about this.
Yeah.
Because it happened so unexpectedly. Like they've already filmed the first 9 episodes,
Mhm.
and so now they're going to try to do some reshoots and rewrites, and also have to figure out how to do 4 episodes worth of stuff in one. And that's a nightmare.
That's
Yeah, it's not really fair.
it's
Yeah,
not fair.
I'm very bummed about that aspect of it. It is still one of my most anticipated shows, though, just because it does look great from everything that we've seen. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about the ending. So
At least we'll know the CG will look good.
Oh yeah, like Swamp Thing himself. Like when they put out that little promo, he looked fantastic. Like he looked dead on like what I imagined, like going from comic to screen.
To be honest, I think I'm more surprised that Doom Patrol didn't go over budget, because the CG on that show is actually pretty damn good.
What is the budget on Doom Patrol?
I have no idea.
I'm not sure, but I think that the way that Doom Patrol did it is like, because I've been paying like close attention to it. They are very smart with their money on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can kind of tell from the different sets and like the costume. I don't know, the costumes are top notch, but like the sets that they use and the locations they go to, like I think they're very smart with their money on that. But I do agree that the CGI on that is surprisingly like good, and they've also used it pretty frequently. But
Yeah, I don't know what the budget is for that, but so basically from like what I've heard from people who are much cooler than me, that like the only like it is worrying that Swamp Thing has gone over budget, especially when there's like the looming Warner Media like app that's supposed to be coming out, I think in the fall, I believe. And right now they're filming Titan season 2, right?
Yeah.
I heard that
they're
the only way that Doom Patrol gets a season 2 is if Titans does not go over budget, and if Doom Patrol gets picked up by Netflix, because it seems like they're starting to kind of try to shop around these like DC
You mean
shows.
internationally or?
I don't know. I mean, the person I spoke to didn't say anything about internationally,
Because
He was just saying-
the shows like internationally end up on Netflix. So when you said like they're trying to shop around, like do you mean?
yeah, basically putting on Netflix for, like so US, international, Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know why I say international and then Canada, as if Canada's not like a thing. Sorry, but yeah, so that's basically like what I've kind of heard through the grapevine about that whole thing. So
It just kind of seems like
if Doom Patrol does not get a second season, I'm going to be so fucking mad, dude.
Titans
That shows
do
the show
not
is
go
phenomenal.
over budget, please. I still have to watch Doom Patrol, to be honest. And
Doom
I'm
Patrol
about to say,
is so good.
Yeah, this past episode was kind of meh, but that was like after like 9 or 10 consecutive great episodes.
I'm just waiting for it to I'm just doing what I did for Titans. I'm just waiting for it to end and then I'll watch it all.
See, but the thing is, by the time you get to Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing's coming out, because Swamp Thing starts like the beginning of May.
And I'm gonna watch Swamp
bit-
Thing
No,
when it
I'm
ends.
sorry, end of May. Excuse me.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch Swamp Thing when it ends.
Damn,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I
I'm
don't know
like,
how you
No,
do it, man.
no, I just don't know. Like the only show I seem to be doing like this week for week thing is
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, and I used to do it for the Flash, and then I kind of just fell down on the Flash hole. It sounds weird. Well, I just kind of
Flash hole.
the Flash, the Speed Force. But
Nice.
I just kind of fell off on that. But I don't like. I just even though like 10 years ago everything was week by week new episode. I just kind of find it easier to just binge it all.
Dude, I can't binge watch shows, man. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I feel like the older I get, the more I just don't want to sit in front of my television for 5, 6, 7 hours at a time. Like I want to go out and like do stuff. And
there's actually one more. There's only one other show I do the week by week thing, and I finally caught up. Actually, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I watched that week by week.
Yes, I'm a little bit
I-
behind, but it's so damn good.
Yeah, I just caught up
need to
a couple
catch
days
up.
ago. I just caught up a couple days ago.
Dude, I'm behind by like a couple seasons, dude. Like I'm trash. when it comes to
Seasons?
shows, bro. Dude, the only shows that I've been keeping up with recently are Doom Patrol and Gotham. That's it.
I'm behind on Gotham, and I'm real angry because I didn't realize that Hulu didn't keep all the episodes from the season on there, so I can't get caught up in time for the finale.
Well, you have cable, right?
No, I
Fuck.
use Hulu.
Oh, I was gonna say because if you go to the actual Fox website, they have like the most recent like 5 episodes or so.
Yeah, I'm behind like a few seasons on Gotham. Like, what season are we on now? 7, right?
5.
I'm behind like 5 seasons on Gotham.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
I've only seen the
nice
pilot.
one.
I've only seen the pilot. Only saw the pilot.
I'll let you know though. Like as much as I love Gotham, like I think the first couple seasons were a little rough. I think because they were still trying to figure out like their identity as a show.
Right.
But,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it when it ends because I roll like that. And I was gonna watch it season by season when it came on Netflix and all that, but like I'm just so behind on so many shows, it just kind of fell off for me. But there's just too many shows out there, man. Just way too many.
yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Once Gotham ends, Oliver show. I don't know what though.
Game of Thrones.
Maybe it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Hmm.
But we shall see.
We shall see. Anyone want to add final comments to this whole Swamp Thing dilemma?
They should have bit the bullet.
Yeah, I think they clearly rushed this entire streaming service. To be honest, like they should have just done all of this with this Warner streaming service. To be honest.
I think they would have had more success doing it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like they could say they're successful, but like that's all just PR.
I mean, I believe it.
I think they're doing well. I think that they definitely had some mistakes that were pretty easily fixable, but
I don't know though. It's really hard to tell.
I see the reason that I say that is just because I've also I've enjoyed pretty much though I do have complaints about the service as a whole, like I've enjoyed using it in the time that it's been out. It's been really awesome, I think. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's definitely room for improvement.
Yeah. Oh well. But unfortunately, I'm hoping. I know that the ending they might not stick the landing on Swamp Thing, and that's just due to differences. I just hope they pull I'm hoping this show is great from the beginning to the end. To be honest, because I want this. Titans, whatever. Doom Patrol. Yeah, I hear it's good, but this is the show I've been waiting for. Come on. But oh well. That was. That's just my opinion. I guess that's my only hot take in the episode today. But that will do it for us on the ABNC show. Alex, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Batman Files. Actually, I'll plug that one. I run a Batman fan account, post a bunch of Batman content on there. So,
and yeah, Josh, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at DCU News, and then you can also find me on Twitter at Really Sharp. That is sharp with an E. Make sure you check out MediaByte.com for news articles and editorials and all that really good stuff, and obviously podcast episodes and streams that we're working on. We've got a lot of stuff that we're trying to get off the ground. It's just everybody's super busy, and we're all trying to coordinate and stuff.
This is a very this is kind of a almost behind the scenes thing. Is Hamid writing a review for Endgame?
I do not know. I don't think anyone's actually claimed an Endgame review.
Well, if there is an Endgame review on our site, be sure to check it out. It will be up tomorrow if there is one. I don't know, but
we'll find out. I'll
find
text him.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. But what is certain is that there will be a massive Avengers Endgame spoiler discussion episode next week. So make sure you tune in for that. You could find me on social media at Pakibruh, Pakibruh. Bruh. I do that every episode.
And I hate you every single time for doing that. That's so bad.
Any closing remarks before we end the show?
Fantastic closing remark.
That's fantastic closing remarks.
Eloquent.
Thanks.
3 more days till Endgame, guys. 3 more days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna survive. We're gonna make it, boys.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
I hope.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well,
Well, that'll do it for us. And until next time, peace.
Deuces.